Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my place on the internet. My name is Amanda and I am an online English as a second language teacher, freelance writer, etc, etc. I kind of have an addiction to social media. Not only do I often jump from app to app, platform to platform, sometimes I truly cannot imagine my life without social media, and that's what scares me. I notice that whenever I am struggling mentally, I tend to turn to social media to try to make myself feel better, and I see that as a problem. So I decided to embark on a different journey than outright deleting my social medias. I decided instead to drastically reduce my use. The rules were, number 1, no using social media right when I wake up or right before I go to bed. Number 2, set time limits on all social media apps. Number 3, reduce the time limit every day. Number 4, no charging my phone near my bed. Number 5, try to reduce screen time overall. And finally, I decided to allow myself to use an app called Threads.
Threads is an app by Instagram where you can DM people and see stories from your close friends.
I personally set a goal of getting my social media usage down to 30 minutes a day or less.
You cannot be for real.
I also decided for this video just to target Instagram and TikTok because that's where I spend the most of my time. Other social media apps haven't negatively affected me the way that TikTok and YouTube have. So first, I went through my screen time and looked at that data to try to calculate some goals. For Instagram, my daily average for screen time was 4 hours and 45 minutes, and my daily average for TikTok use right now was 45 minutes about. I took some measurements to help me succeed. First, I turned on app limits to match with all my goals. I have an iPhone, so I used Apple's app limits. So whenever I go past that time limit, it will send me a little thing telling me that I went past my time limit. I also made a list of things to do instead of reaching for social media when I felt like I wanted to use it. I hid my social media apps, or maybe not really hid, but I moved them into a different location than I normally keep them.
Okay, let's get started now.
For Monday, I set a goal of using Instagram 3 hours or less. I kept TikTok at 1 hour max because I feel like that is just good. On Monday, I actually filmed some of the B-roll clips for this video, and I noticed that as I was filming them pretending to use social media for the B-roll, I kind of got sucked into social media and it made me want to keep using it more. So that was a little bit difficult, especially on the first day. And I kept finding myself automatically going to the place where my social media apps normally are before I realized that I had moved them. It wasn't too hard to meet my goals on Monday because I had a lot of work to do, but I was anticipating that future days would be a lot harder. My Instagram time was 2 hours and 24 minutes. My TikTok time was 16 minutes, and overall my screen time was 11 hours and 35 minutes. I thought it was pretty good. A lot of the screen time came from things like watching YouTube and using Google Maps to drive, so I don't think it was that bad. On Tuesday, it got a little bit harder for me. I noticed that I was getting more and more consumed by Instagram, and I started using Threads a bit more, but using Threads also made me want to open Instagram to see what I was missing, to see what people were posting on their feeds, because you can't really see people's feeds from Threads. On Tuesday, I got through my to-do list and I had a lot of extra time, and I noticed that with that extra time, my automatic instinct was to go on social media. My Instagram screen time for Tuesday was 1 hour and 59 minutes. TikTok was 58 minutes. And then my overall screen time was 7 hours and 21 minutes, which I thought was really good because that's a lot lower. On Wednesday, it was kind of similar to Tuesday where I started relying on Threads a little bit more. This Wednesday, it happened to be the day of the inauguration, and so that made me really want to go on Instagram just to see what exactly was happening because I saw people posting on their stories about the inauguration. I think whenever there's a news event or something happening, it makes me want to go on social media more, so this was a little bit challenging for me to stay off of it. I went on TikTok a little bit more this day, but still not a lot. My Instagram time was only 1 hour and 19 minutes. My TikTok time was 33 minutes, and my overall screen time was 8 hours and 4 minutes. On Thursday, that's when things started getting a lot harder for some reason. I was getting really frustrated and I started feeling less connected to people because I was using social media less. I just felt like I wasn't constantly able to see what everyone was up to, and that made me feel less connected. I did spend a lot more time doing things like meditating, reading, and writing, which was really cool, and I'm glad I started getting into those habits, but I did feel less connected. My Instagram time on Thursday was 1 hour and 1 minute. My TikTok time was 26 minutes, and my overall screen time was 6 hours and 27 minutes. This part of the challenge was hard for me because not only was I going into the weekend where I have more free time, but I also was having shorter screen time limits every day, so it was getting harder and harder. I felt like my mental health wasn't the best on Friday.
Again.
I wanted to use Instagram to cope, but obviously I didn't. Because it wasn't the best day, I did go over my goal for Instagram early in the morning, and then I kept logging into Insta for a couple more minutes after that. So I did go over my goal on Friday. And during this day, I felt like the challenge was going to be impossible on Saturday and Sunday. My Instagram time was 1 hour and 12 minutes, so I went over my goal by 12 minutes. My TikTok time was only 10 minutes, and then my overall screen time was 9 hours and 10 minutes. So on Saturday, I knew it was going to be super hard, so I decided to go home. I live an hour away from where my mom and sister and stepdad live, so I decided to go there, see my pets, see everyone, and kind of distract myself from wanting to use social media with like real world stuff. This made it a lot easier because I was surrounded by other people and doing other things, so I didn't have as much temptation to use social media as I normally would. I ended up charging my phone next to my bed because I wanted to listen to a sleep meditation. Sometimes I just like to listen to like sleep manifestations, hypnosises, and just like different things like that. So I decided to do that this day. Technically broke one of the rules, but it's okay. So my Instagram time was only 22 minutes this day. My TikTok time was 44 minutes, and my overall screen time was 7 hours and 49 minutes. On Sunday is the one day where I do not have any work to do. I did pretty good, I would say, on Sunday because I was writing and doing other things all day. However, I did go over my screen time goal for Instagram, which kind of sucks. I was a lot more mindful when I was using social media. I noticed that over the week I developed more mindfulness when I was checking social media, so that was good. I also charged my phone near my bed again because I wanted to listen to another sleep hypnosis. So yeah, there's that. My Instagram time was 18 minutes, 3 minutes over my goal, but my TikTok time was 7 minutes, so I feel like it kind of balances out. My overall screen time was 8 hours and 8 minutes. My overall thoughts, I think I found out this week that Threads, the app by Instagram, is a much better app to use when you're trying to be more mindful about social media. I really like it actually because it allows you to direct message your friends and see people's stories that you're following, but it's not as addictive as Instagram is. It doesn't really suck you in as much as the Instagram app, I feel like, personally. I noticed that I felt a lot better mentally when I was mindfully scrolling instead of mindlessly scrolling. When I was setting aside time to look at social media for certain reasons or to talk to people, it just felt a lot better than when I was carelessly scrolling, just watching all the time go by, not really knowing what I was doing, getting sucked in. Overall, I think this challenge taught me that social media is not inherently bad when we use it right. So the way a lot of platforms and social media apps are set up today, I think it makes them very addictive and makes people prone to mindlessly scrolling and getting sucked in the negative world of social media. But when we take a step back and change the way we use these apps and social media in general, I think social media can be a positive addition to our lives. I'm actually really glad I did this challenge. So, am I going to continue my digital detox? Yes and no. I am not going to be limiting my apps to the extent that I did for this video, but I am going to keep a time limit of probably like 1, maybe 2 hours for Instagram and TikTok, and try to be more mindful overall in general when I'm using these apps. Anyway, that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, click the like button and subscribe down below. Also, let me know what you think about doing a digital detox, if you're going to do one in the future, if you think they're a bad idea or a good idea, or what your thoughts are on social media in general. Let me know down below, and yeah, I will see you next time. Peace out.